morning, everyone. I was not able to secure Chemex papers yesterday, so they should be here by this afternoon, I hope. So we'll have them for tomorrow. Also, I was not able to get the Hallmark ornament that I wanted, the Relics ornament. There's a whole thing. I don't know. I'm on eBay. I'm seeing that people have them up, and some of them are saying in hand and can be sent. So I don't know why our Hallmark Gold Crown Karen store does not have them available. The little place where they should be sitting is empty. Very annoying, but yeah, we live with it, don't we? So, what we're going to do is, I had coffee left after yesterday's debacle, so I put that I sealed it in a bag, put it in the fridge. I have 18 grams left here. So what we're going to do today is we're going to do a thing with the AeroPress called the inverted method. It is a little dangerous in that you are messing around with boiling water, but I have 18 grams here. Normally it's around 17, 16 grams, so I think we should be okay. As you can see, 18 grams. I put this on, started it, and then I poured what I had in there in. So it does not take the weight of the vessel in account. I'll actually show you that now as I pour this in here. See? No tricks here. So what's going to happen is should have started this prior, but I did not, my bad. I'm going to heat the water up. We're going to have this thing sitting like this. Now this is backwards. What you would normally want is you would normally want this with this on it sitting on top of the cup, and the plunger not inserted yet until you put the water in. So because this is a nice flat, big, stable surface on a nice, big, flat, stable top of a mug, you're not going to get too much movement. You're not afraid something's going to tip over. Here, it is not the most stable environment. And in this, you're hoping that the rubber stopper inside is still strong enough to hold back the rushing torrent of 200-degree Fahrenheit water. And then what we're going to do is we're going to give it a stir. We're going to let it sit for maybe about 4.5, 5 minutes. And then we're going to invert it, probably by putting the cup on top of this with the filter on here, but like this, invert it, and then plunge it straight through without the whole sitting it on top of the mug, losing some coffee as we're pouring it in, and then putting it on top and then pouring the stopper back just to halt the flow of coffee as best we can. This, if this little rubber stopper holds up, is supposed to be a better way to make coffee in the AeroPress. Many people swear by it. I think I've done it once or twice. I think I did it like twice on the channel here, very old, before February, I think. I did the inverted. So we're going to try that today in lieu of the Chemex. It should give us a really nice steep and some really nice tasting coffee at the end. I always love the AeroPress. It's a good time. The only problem with it, of course, is how much you lose while you've got it tipped over here and are pouring the water in. And it's really hard to illustrate that without. So let's do this. Pour you back out. There you go. Okay. Okay. Yeah, there's a couple of point some odd in there. So this is what we're talking about. So you would normally have it, all right, we'll take that off of there. You normally will have it like this. See, nice, solid-ish, not really going to go anywhere. You can hold on to it, and then, you know, there's no flipping it over with boiling water inside of it. It's all right here. But then, you know, the problem comes when you're putting this, when you've done filling it with water, you put this on top, and the act of putting this on top pushes water out. And then you have to get down there far enough to pull it back out just a little bit in order to get some suction to stop the water from flowing, so you get a little bit of a brewing time. So it's kind of a backwards and forwards give and take little procedure that you have to go through here. And what I'm actually going to do so that I get a seal on it is I'm going to get the coffee off of the top of this and probably wipe the inside of the top of this out. Okay, so we haven't lost any coffee, so that's really good. Maybe like 0.2 grams. So that's not a big deal. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do this again. I'm gonna put this in here, and then we're going to go like this. And I'm gonna have this off. It's gonna have a little coffee at the bottom of it. That's not gonna hurt anything at all. I've wet the paper so that it adheres to the bottom, so that when I go to flip this and put it on top of it, it doesn't fall off or get anywhere, you know, awkward where I have to readjust. So it's basically adhered to the disc, so we should be okay. This is, to me, as dangerous. Dangerous is, of course, your terms and conditions may vary. With dangerous, but a little bit more dangerous than the maca pot to me, because at least it's a contained vessel. This has quite a few ways it can fail, including scalding everything on me by this rubber gasket here, or this rubber plunger failing. So, excitement, danger. Yeah, I went to the Hallmark yesterday. I went and got a couple things. I needed a longer plug for some outside lights, and then I wanted to stop by Hallmark because I had seen on eBay where places, eBay stores were saying, hey, we've got this in stock, it's in hand, we can ship the minute you hit pay. And I'm like, well, I'd rather go to the local store and use the local store because, you know, that's nice. Support local, yada, yada, yada. Even though you are supporting Hallmark, you know, support the local store because those people, I think they may get a commission on what's being sold. I don't know. There's only like 2 little old ladies in there anyway. But I went in there and the row is still empty. Really is really strange. Hopefully, as we get closer to the middle of November, stuff will start coming in. I'll watch the Hallmark store webpage, which, you know, whatever, and we'll see. So this, even that out. Getting closer, getting closer, getting closer. So I don't need to weigh. I'm just gonna put in enough water to get it up to this point here. Hopefully we won't have a repeat of yesterday. What an absolute kerfluffle that was. Holy cow, it just, and at what point does someone doing what I do get the opportunity to use that funny little in the arms of an angel meme?
Last time on Star Trek The Next Generation.
Let's see. Whoa!
In the arms of the angel.
Okay. Okay, well, on something that they work on. So, you know, never. That's the first time and the last time. I mean, hopefully, this is a little bit more dangerous. I guess I should do it over the sink. Maybe I'll put the top of it in the sink instead of doing it here. We'll get to that point in a second. Probably like 30 seconds. We'll do all of the inverting and stuff like that. And you'll see how it's kind of weird and a little dangerous, especially with the hot water. But we'll let it go for about 4 minutes. Hopefully we won't have a double disaster. Knock on butcher block. I think we've hit the threshold. I am going to put this in here. It feels like it's in there pretty solid, but we're going to do it from here just in case. I'm going to fill it basically all the way up. I'm going to get a spoon and I'm going to give it a little bit of a stir. So far, so good. I'm going to get it right up to there. Okay. Like I said, I'm going to get a spoon, give it a small little stir. The tiniest of stirs. You can see it kind of wobbling just a little. Ooh, that puck at the top there has gotten kind of hard. So this is full of boiling water. If I felt like it, I could actually add some more water in here. Grab it by the base here and see if I can straighten it. There we go. A little bit of a stir, not too much, not too much. Just enough to get everything watered and incorporated. Now, we're gonna let this go for about 4.5 minutes. I am going to add just a touch more water because that crusty little bubble of coffee has settled down. So, plus, we're getting a little bit of absorption going on. There's plenty of room. As you can see, this is recessed. So when I put this on here, put it down and twist it, we're just going to be at the base here. We're not going to go into the coffee in any way, shape, or form. So, and there's no leaking. There's no dripping. It is sitting right there. It is ready to go. So we're going to get the best of both worlds. We're going to get the best of a nice little pressure press from the AeroPress. We're going to get some steeping, percolation, and it's all just for 1 cup of coffee. So what's not to love? Besides those papers. Wow. First one right out of the gate. Huh. Yeah, those are going to Mom. And when we go down and visit for Thanksgiving, when I go down and visit for Thanksgiving, I'll have to take those with me so that Mom can have more papers. Because I gave her one of these pour-overs, and it won't be as aggressive, I don't think. I mean, she only uses ground coffee, so it shouldn't be that bad, I don't think. Plus, I pre-wetted it and let it sit for a minute, so I'll bet that didn't help with the adhesion. There's a lot of variables that went into that failure. Many of them mine, some of them the papers. It's really a toss-up, to be honest with you. But yeah, yesterday was very funny. It was definitely the highlight of the day. Oh, golly. Yeah, how often do you... I mean, there was so much lead up to it, too, which it's just completely out of the blue, unplanned. You know, that's always fun when it's like, why would you mention something blowing out? That seems silly. That doesn't make any sense. You know, and then you don't really think about the fact that papers aren't together by anything except for an adhesive. They're just kind of glued together. So it's like there's nothing holding that paper together except for glue. And the enemy of glue is moisture and heat. So both of those things being applied to paper that was holding probably far more coffee than it was designed to do is going to fail. So, but you know, I still blame the paper. I bought this. Look at Stitch. Isn't he adorable? He's going to go on the tree when the tree goes up sometime in the next couple of weeks. He's got his grass skirt on. Look how cool. Stitch is awesome. I love Stitch. There was a ride at Disney. I forget what it was called, but it was you were in the Lilo and Stitch world, and you were on a spaceship, and there were parts, and it was like smell-o-vision. Things had smell, and then I think there was a point where you got misted on, and it was, you know, it was just to represent different things. And then Stitch ate a chili dog and then burped it in your face, and you could smell the chili dog, and it was gross and endearing and wonderful, and I was so glad. And then I think it's gone now. It's something else, which is upsetting because, you know, Stitch is probably one of the coolest things that they created in a long time, and still, you know. I know Moana's got some stuff in it, you know, but for my age group, heck, how old is that? Is that Stitch came out in early 2000s, didn't it? Something like that. I mean, my age group, I was 30, 20, 26, 27, 30, something like that. That's something in it. All right, 4 minutes and 30 seconds. I'm going to get this on here. I'm going to snap it in this way. It goes that way. You can see it kind of slides into grooves. Okay, so this is going to be the interesting part. I'm going to take this, I'm going to put this on here, and then we're going to flip it over. There we go. All right. Without incident. And now we press. This mug should be plenty big enough for this coffee. I had a smaller mug once where I was pushing, and you can't see anything. So I definitely overflowed 1 or 2 mugs. This is very hot. We'll grab it by the top here and look. not a lot of coffee. Oh dear. It might be concentrated. Unfortunately, my milk went bad yesterday, so I can't add milk to it. I don't have any kind of a cream or anything like that. I could Americano it. Let's see how strong it is. Such a wonderful smell. It held up well. Oh, wow. It held up well overnight in the fridge in a sealed sandwich bag. So, much more concentrated, much more heavily extracted. I can almost do with a little water, I think. We'll add a little bit of water here. Even it out. Just a little bit. Okay. Pick that up, expecting, oh, I'm going to be close to the top. And then it's like, I'm not even halfway up the side of the cup. That helps even it out. It's a nice flavor, just like yesterday, except a lot less bitter. Even though it's a little bit more extracted, it's a lot less bitter than it was yesterday when we were moving stuff around, and it probably sat in its own juices for, upwards of 10 minutes from start to end, which, and then changing venues doesn't help, and coffee is a lot more fragile than we think. It's definitely much more ego to brews in coffee. Like, how dare you move me from one vessel to another? I am going to taste like shit. So there. Still really nice though. And then adding the water definitely made it a little less bitter. So it turned out really well. That's great. I think that'll be it for the day. There's not much else going on. Hopefully those papers will come and we will be able to use them tomorrow. Anything else? Not really. I may have some stuff coming in today, so hopefully next week I'll have some Star Trek videos going up. That would be nice. Until then, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a great day. Take care. Bye.